Hey, how's it going? I'm ReSALE Rafa, and this is my channel, Follow My Flipping Dollar. On July 20th, I started a challenge called Follow My Flipping Dollar, where I started with a single dollar. I invested it in a backpack at a garage sale. I flipped that backpack for $40, and I reinvested all $40, and I've been attempting to do the same thing ever since. I pick up items at garage sales, thrift stores, and I source things sometimes from like retail arbitrage and also Facebook Marketplace, and I attempt to sell them for more through like various web platforms and locally too. So basically the idea is, from that single dollar, I'm trying to see how much I can grow that dollar over the course of the year. So all my sales and all my purchases that you see on my channel are from that original dollar. And if you follow along, you can follow everything that I buy and sell, and check out some flip tips along the way. And you can help me out too if you see stuff that I'm missing that I should be selling. Thanks for watching. Follow My Flipping Dollar. This has been ReSALE Rafa. So it's Thursday night. Yesterday was Wednesday. It was the day that I had like $600 in sales. Just an incredible day. Turns out today was pretty good too. I had about $200. I have to look at the exact number, but about 200 bucks in sales between eBay and Amazon. So definitely still a great day considering I work full time. It's just some great supplementary income. Although right now I'm not spending it on anything other than just reinvesting it in my business. But let me show you what sold today on eBay and Amazon. Okay, to start with, this Star Wars book. It doesn't have the dust cover. I bought this for $3 at a garage sale a couple weekends ago, and it sold for 17 bucks. I'll pay Amazon fees out of that, but I'll still make a profit on that one, so not bad. Next, I picked this book up, I think it was 2 nights ago. I know it wasn't last night, so it had to be the night before or the night before. It was definitely this week. I found this book, this textbook, on Facebook Marketplace. It was listed for $10, and then with a line through it that said 7. I didn't offer her any less because I was so excited to find it. 7 was a fair number. It is a loose leaf. I put it in a binder so that it's protected when I ship it to the customer. It's writing skills or something along those lines. This book sold for $64.99. And if I'm not mistaken, I probably listed it quite lower than anyone else on Amazon, because kind of my new thing that I'm really trying to focus in on is for sure sales and not getting too greedy with my asking price. If I'm buying something at 7 bucks and I can sell for even 50, that still would have been a good flip. So sold for 65 essentially. After I pay Amazon fees, I'm still going to come away with a really nice profit on that one. Okay, switching over to eBay, I sold the second pair of the Dan Post boots. I'm guessing it's probably been about a month since I picked these up. I picked them up in a pair. I picked up a brown pair and a black pair. Here's the brown pair that sold. The top of them are in really nice condition. They do have a fair amount of wear on the bottom, but I thought in the condition they're in, they'd sell really well. Obviously, they didn't sell super fast, and so I lowered the price. I paid $15 for these, and they sold for $25 plus shipping on top. So after eBay fees, I'll still make a little bit of profit plus get my money back, which always is a good thing. This is basically a bad buy, because the time it takes to source something, source it, list it, take the pictures, all the things included, if you're only making a few bucks profit on eBay, it may not be worth your time. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just happy to get my money back on these, so that's good that they sold. Okay, this is a good buy right here. If you're new to my channel, I would consider myself probably an expert in running shoe sales, like specialty running shoes. And I'm going to be looking forward later in this year to be producing some specialized content for flipping running shoes, specialty running shoes, that hopefully is helpful to other resellers. But when you work in a running shoe store for a really long time, you actually get pretty knowledgeable about shoes that start to encircle that general category. So what's similar to running shoes is like a walking or just general athletic shoe. What's also similar is like hiking shoes. So I picked some of those up yesterday, the Merrells. And so a lot of times what happens in like I think of it like a Venn diagram. Like a runner is often maybe someone that likes hiking, and so you just start to learn about a lot of similar stuff. But anyway, I actually didn't know this brand, but by looking at the shoe, I knew that the shape of it was something that would be. Let me just show it to you. It kind of has that rocker bottom look. It's like sculpted like that. That's the new thing in specialty running right now, is nearly every brand is making their shoe where you're forefoot striking, which is here, or midfoot to forefoot. Yeah, midfoot. They're trying to get people off striking their heel because it's really hard on your joints. Looking for a shoe that rolls you through the heel to toe strike. This is a walking shoe. And like I said, just from having been around shoes for so long, I could tell that the quality of this one was really high. The foam was really good. They're obviously making this shoe, it's inspired probably by Hoka. Hoka, I would reckon, is probably the #1 specialty running shoe brand right now. It's at least the one that so many people come in and say, I gotta try this, if they've been having pain or whatnot. I don't know that they're #1 for sure, but they're definitely probably top 3. Definitely, probably. They're up there. But this shoe's inspired by Hoka. It's called, the brand says G-Defy on the back, but I think the full name of the brand might be Gravity Defy. You can see the quality of the shoe. If you're looking to resell shoes, it doesn't get much better than this. You see how you can see like every nub of the tread still. It's in great shape, no stains. The upper is in great condition. When you look at, this is the midsole here. When you're looking at the midsole, you don't want to see a ton of cracks. And in this one, I bet this shoe was probably worn, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 times. I would have said less than 5 times based on how little crack, like how little creasing or cracking there is in the midsole. But what makes me think it might have been worn more than 5 times, you see how on the sock liner, the text is rubbed off of the sock liner, like the name of the brand and everything. That happens when someone's foot is torquing or twisting inside the shoe, and so that doesn't just happen on one wear. It's getting really detailed, but this is a good shoe. I found this shoe at Howe Hall, the thrift store, literally across the street from my house. I paid $2.50 for it, and it sold for 40 bucks. This shoe, I looked up the brand, and I think this might have been $150 retail cost. So very happy with that one. Oh, this is interesting. When you sell shoes for a long time, and not to mention I'm a physical therapist assistant, so I'm used to just analyzing people's gait, like their walking style. So both from a running shoe and a physical therapy point of view, this is interesting. Compare the two shoes. This is the one I was showing you. Look at this one. You see the creasing in the forefoot, that one? Right there, like where their toes bent, is bending. This one doesn't have that, so who knows how that person was walking. Next, what was next? So I thought this was going to sell faster than it did. I've only had it a couple weekends now, maybe 2 weekends, but I thought it was going to sell in town, locally, like next day. It didn't. I ended up accepting $50 for this item. I paid $5. Okay. So it is a tailor-made, rolling luggage case. I sell for golf. So I sell hard cases for golf. I've sold them a couple times. I know they do really well. I sell golf bags all the time. I do really, really well with golf stuff in this town. Like I said, this sold on eBay for 50 bucks. I paid $5. TaylorMade is one of the very top brands. I'm surprised it didn't sell for more. The only thing I think that maybe was holding it back is, you see how it's embroidered with like a golf club? Some people don't like that if it's, you know, if they've never been there before. But the condition is excellent. It was used, the guy said just once. I put on there it was used twice just to cover myself. So essentially, that's my sales for today. I am considering, if you're a reseller that watches my channel and you're new to reselling, you can have multiple eBay stores. They're all tied to the same account, that's my understanding. But right now, my eBay store is kind of what you'd consider like a garage sale store. It looks like a garage sale because it's just random items that I pick up here and there. It's not specialized necessarily in anything. So my idea is that I might open one store on eBay for bats because I sell so many bats. I specifically like to sell bats on eBay. They sell for more than they do locally. That's just the way it is. And they're super easy to ship. And then the second thing is I'm thinking about making like a Rafa's resell running store or something along those lines because I'm really trying to figure out how to capitalize on my specific like expert skills, and I think that'd be an area that I could really build a good store on eBay as long as I can find, you know, source enough running shoes to sell. But I think that could be kind of cool, just fun to see how that would do. So anyway, that's all I have for this evening. Thanks for watching. Follow my flipping dollar. This has been ReSALE Rafa. It's getting close to be the end of Thursday night, and I had another sale come through. I picked up this, it is a casserole. I decided it's a casserole, like covered casserole dish. It has a Pyrex liner inside, like a Pyrex glass bowl essentially. I picked this up at my favorite thrift store for $3.33. It's sterling silver. These are selling for pretty good on eBay. They're just not selling super often. So I was trying to get mine pushed out faster, and so it's been like 4 days. I ended up accepting $100 for this with free shipping. So I will update here in just a second with what it's going to cost me to ship this. So kind of some disappointing news on the casserole plate. I ended up paying like $41 in shipping because I said I'd ship it by priority mail. It probably could have gone a lot cheaper than that, but I tend to be pretty OCD when I'm shipping something, especially when someone paid $100 for something. What I did was with a really big bubble wrap, I wrapped each individual piece of the casserole dish, and so because it got so thick with the bubble wrap, I had to put it in a really big box, and so dimensionally, that really caused like the price to go up on shipping. But it is what it is. I paid about 16 bucks in Amazon fees. So at the end of the day, I think I came out with a $42 profit. I paid about 3 bucks for that thing. So I basically came out with a $40 profit from that. I mean, I really can't complain about that. It just stinks when it sold for 100 and I got less than 100. But I mean, that was just still a super good find. And 40 bucks profit on a $3 investment. I'll take that all day.